And we are live. We've been having technical problems that have given Hannah and I near heart attacks, but we are live. Hooray. Welcome, mystery and thriller fans. I'm your on-air host and author, Sara DiVello, and I am so excited to welcome best-selling author Hannah Mary McKinnon back to Mystery and Thriller Mavens for the fifth time. Hannah Mary McKinnon, welcome back for this exclusive inside peek into Only One Survives the Night before the book comes out. Tell us about this book.
Yes, I'd be happy to. And thanks for having me back again.
Of course.
Which is
what
so
a
kind
pleasure.
of you. Thank you.
Yay.
So Only One Survives is a thriller, as the title might, suggest. Plus, we're on Thriller Mavens, obviously. So Only One Survives is the story about the rise and very violent and bloody demise of the all-female pop rock group, The Bittersweet, when after a fatal car accident, somebody decides that the band is now worth more dead than alive, and bad stuff happens.
And bad stuff happens. Dun, dun, dun. Well, I'm so excited to chat about all things bittersweet and survival with you, Hannah Mary McKinnon. And first, I just want to welcome everyone who is watching with us, whether you're watching with us from Facebook or YouTube. We're so happy to have you. You're in the right place. This is the right time. It is Mystery Monday. And because Mondays can be murder, we're going to make it a little less painful and get your week off to a killer start, giving you the inside scoop on this book the night before it comes out. So if you've been here before, you know the drill. And if you're new, welcome. Here's the drill. You get to ask bestselling author Hannah Mary McKinnon anything. Ask her about her writing process. Ask her about her characters. Ask her anything you like. Mavens is like Vegas. What happens here stays here, except more murdery. So let's get those questions going in the comments. Sharon is joining us from YouTube saying, hi, Sarah and Hannah. So nice to see both of you. So good to see you, Sharon. Welcome. Erica is joining us from YouTube from Mexico. She says, hola. Hola to you, Erica. Welcome. Tori is joining us from YouTube from Indiana. Hi, Tori. Look at your cute little kitty. Welcome to the conversation. And Hannah, we actually had some questions submitted in advance for you. So I want to be sure to get to those as well. But first of all, I need to know, how did you come up with the name of this band? And was it hard to come up with the name of a girl band?
I'm not entirely sure how I came up with the idea, but I was searching for a band name with a the. That just seemed to make sense, to have a band with a the. And I bounced around a couple of ideas, and then I really thought about Vienna and Madison's friendship. Vienna is the main character and Madison is her best friend, and they form initially a band called MV, which is the combination of M for Madison and V for Vienna, but it sounds like envy, which plays into their relationship. And I think it was because I was thinking about their friendship, and I decided that their friendship really was quite bittersweet. And then I thought, oh, bittersweet, that works. And it just suddenly worked. It was a lot more difficult to come up with a title for the book. And it wasn't Only One Survives wasn't my suggestion. I'm not great at titles. In fact, I'm pretty bad at them. So it was a lot quicker for a band name than it was for the title of the book.
And Hannah, do you remember any of the discarded band titles?
Oh, yes. We had Who Killed the Bittersweet was one of them. My original pitch was The Last Gig, which we changed to Their Last Gig, which stuck around for a little bit. So what we were trying to do was find a title that conveyed that it was A, a thriller, and B, about a band. But we just couldn't get there. It was, Their Last Gig just wasn't thrillery enough. It didn't scream thriller like Only One Survives. That's pretty obvious that it's a thriller. So that's what we settled on in the end. And I do love the title. I'm very, very enamored with it. So
I love it. And I think it's fun to see you take on, because I think so many authors, grew up reading Agatha Christie and have, we all love a locked room thriller, and to see that element, to see you take on that element, was so fun. Had you always wanted to try that, your hand at that, or was that a later choice, or tell us the story of that?
It really wasn't. I was not looking to write a locked room mystery, to be honest, or thriller. That really wasn't high on my agenda. Wasn't something I'd been thinking about that I wanted to do. What I wanted to do, what I knew I wanted to do when I started thinking about the book, was write a story about friends, about friendship, because I hadn't done that yet. I'd written about husbands and wives and stepfathers and a son, and more husbands and wives. And I decided, when I actually drew up a list, what I'd written, the relationships I'd written about, I thought, oh, I haven't written anything about friends. That's what I want to do. That's interesting. There's
Ooh.
always friendships in the books, but never the main focus on a friendship. I thought, that's what I want to write about. So it just transformed into something transformed into Only One Survives, as I was noodling ideas around. But I did not set out to write a locked room mystery.
I love that. Now, when Hannah, if I remember correctly, you are a plotter. Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
heavily, yes.
Because I was thinking as I was reading this, with the dual timelines of jumping around in time, it must have because for the so basically what happens is, and this is not a spoiler, this is on the book, their tour bus, which is Vienna's Chevy Tahoe, goes off the road in a terrible winter storm. Someone in the band is immediately killed. The rest take shelter in an abandoned place, a house, and one by one, in the words of Hannah McKinnon, they start meeting. What was it? Bloody violent ends.
Yes, a bloody violent demise. Yes.
Thank you. A demise. Yes,
Yes.
exactly. So, but then we have, before the murder, and then we even go all the way back to when Vienna and Madison meet in high school when they're in the principal's office. And it must have been a lot to keep track of this time, of all the, before not only just before the accident and after, which then becomes a murder investigation,
Yeah.
but the course of their friendship.
Yes, it was. I mean, I do outline, and I have a timeline, and I have this little trick that when I write a chapter in my Word document, I'll put the date of whatever is going on, the month, this year, this month, so that I can keep track of it. And I have a little Excel file where I have certain events and dates and stuff, so I could really make sure that the timeline was right. Now, you're right. In the first part, there's a non-linear timeline, meaning we have the accident, the day of the accident, but also then we go back to when Vienna and Madison meet. And what I actually did is another trick. I wrote part one in sequential fashion, and then took the scenes at the cabin and split them up. And that was actually my editor's suggestion, to split the cabin chapters. So what, the bad stuff that goes on at the cabin, and to weave them in between the chapters set in the past. And that, I hope, worked out pretty well.
It worked out so well. And I love knowing that you wrote them sequentially and then split them up, because I was wondering, like, you were like, oh, maybe I should show this part. Okay, I'll jump back and do this. Oh, maybe I should show this,
No.
This thing. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love getting a peek into your process.
Well, the beautiful thing is that a book doesn't need to be written in the order that it's read, right?
Ooh, yes.
Exactly. I didn't know that when I started writing. I didn't know that. And yes, of course you can. You can write it. You can write the end first if you choose. Nobody will know.
Nobody will know but you. Oh my goodness. Renee's joining us from Facebook. She says, Hannah, happy early pub day.
Thank you.
Hooray. Sharon from YouTube says, Hannah, you write thrillers and rom-coms. How do you get in the mindset to write one genre over the other? Ooh, Sharon, good question. Yeah, because Hannah's over there creating love, but then also feeling stabby.
Yeah, that's right. So when I wrote the last, the next rom-com, which publishes in October, it's called the Christmas Countdown. I started watching Christmas movies to get myself into the frame of mind to write about Christmas and love stories. So The Family Man, every year I watch The Family Man with Nicolas Cage and Tia Leone. I love that movie. I love it. And so I watched that one, and then I watched a couple of Hallmarky type ones as well. And it was odd because it was summer. So it felt a little, I'm not quite sure I'm ready for this, but that's typically what I'll do. I'll read more rom-coms when I write rom-coms. I'll read more thrillers when I'm writing thrillers. Do you read thrillers when you write, Sarah, or do you
So
not?
I am always reading thrillers to be able to do my interviews every
Right.
Mystery Monday. So there's never a time when I'm not reading thrillers, but
Yeah.
I also do read other genres. So I am reading, like I just read Jackie by Dawn Tripp, which is a historical fiction about Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, and it was absolutely fabulous. So I'm always reading thrillers just to be able to do these interviews and to keep up with my friends.
Of
But
course. Yeah.
I do read outside the genre as well.
Yeah, because I know there are authors who don't, if they're writing their thriller, they don't read thrillers. And I don't find it to be a distraction. I find it inspiring more than anything else, to be honest.
You're totally right, Hannah. So many of our fellow authors do say that they won't read thrillers while they're writing thrillers, and I'm with you, and I don't find it distracting or overwhelming or whatever. I find it inspiring, and because everybody writes so differently, right? Like, I mean, I
Yes.
write historical true crime, so if I'm reading, a modern day thriller about a girl band gone very murderous, that's not gonna, that's so different than mine. It's not gonna distract me or anything.
Yeah.
I'm having
Agree.
fun with it.
Yeah. Same. Same.
Yay. Now, how do you get, okay, so now that's how you're watching Christmas movies in the summer to get in the mood for rom-coms, but how do you get in the mood to write mysteries?
That's easy because by the time I've finished with a rom-com and everyone has had the happy ending, I'm ready to go back to my murderous ways. Honestly, it's like, okay, that's enough for the happiness. That's enough for the happy ending. We're done.
Hannah's like, I can't, there's only so much love I can take. Now back to stabbing. Exactly. I love it.
Something like that.
Leslie's joining us from Canada saying hello. That's her Canadian, your
Hello.
fellow Canadian, Hannah.
Leslie.
Hello, Leslie. Welcome. You guys, the book is out tomorrow. It's not even out yet. Hannah is joining us here tonight, the night before her book comes out, to give us the inside scoop and to take all our most pressing questions about her latest book, Only One Survives. And you can pre-order the book tonight from our favorite woman-owned independent bookstore. That is, of course, Murder by the Book. So whether you're watching with us on Facebook or YouTube, here is that link to pre-order, and the good folks at Murder by the Book will send you out a copy tomorrow morning. So click and get your mitts on Only One Survives so you can immerse yourself in the world of Vienna and Madison and the bittersweet. I want to get to one question here we had submitted in advance from Stephanie Likes Books. So Stephanie got an early copy of the book and gave it a fabulous review. So here is the link to a Stephanie Likes Books review of Hannah's book. Everybody can check that out. And Hannah, this is the question from Stephanie. She says, she wants to know whether you are hashtag Team Madison or hashtag Team Vienna. And she says, that is, which character was easy to write? And then she has a second part of the question that we'll get to next. But first, let's talk about whether you are Team Vienna or Team Madison. Which one was easier to write?
Probably Vienna, because she's the protagonist in the book. And I spent a lot of time thinking about all of my characters, but Vienna in particular, because she was telling the story, and I was quite fascinated by her and her upbringing. She has a sad upbringing, really. Doesn't know her dad. They're quite poor. Her stepdad is horrible. Her mum really doesn't care. And I really felt for her. So her and Madison, their friendship it's complicated, obviously, for multiple reasons that people will discover as they read the book. But they're also very, very close, and they don't want to lose one another. And that, I hope, came through quite strongly. That although it's complicated, they do actually love each other deeply and dearly.
That came through loud and clear. Stephanie would also like to know, does Hannah have a band that she based this bittersweet on? And then there's a third one, and this is really funny. Okay, tell us about, did you base it? Yeah, because I was thinking this almost, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Almost Famous, where
Yes.
I love that movie. I've seen it
That's
so
a
many
great
times.
movie.
Yeah.
Great movie. So no, I didn't pick a band and say, well, this is what the Bittersweet are based on. Um, there were a number of bands that I was listening to and researching, from the 80s, whether it was the Bangles or the Go-Go's from earlier on, or Joan Jett and the Black, just there were just so many rock bands that I was looking at and listening to. And then a friend of mine, Lynn McPherson, said, "Do you know the Beaches?" I said, "Yeah, I've heard their songs. I know the name." And she said, "You got to listen to them, because I think that's the sound that you might be looking for, kind of." And I went to see them in concert too, and they're spectaculars, and they're really, really cool. It's four young women from Toronto. They've been playing together since they were, I think, 14 or 15, and they just made it big, really big, with Blame My Ex. They did the Blame My Ex tour, and they're fantastic. They're really, really cool. So they were a bit of an influence, but only a small part, because there were so many other bands too. And there's a whole playlist actually on my website.
Funny you should mention the playlist. Renee is saying, Hannah, I checked out your music list, and I think it is so great.
Thank you.
It's so fun. So not only does Hannah have a playlist on her website, but she's also doing a 50-day social media tour where every day she's posting music. And Hannah, tell us more about that.
Yeah, so we we launched a campaign with mockumentaries where basically the Bittersweet appear to be real. So in the book, there's a newspaper called the Main Daily. So these are posts from the Main Daily. Bittersweet love first, and then it'll change as of tomorrow. And tomorrow there's a very special guest who's going to do a newscast. No prizes for guessing who that might be, if you know her history. So every day there'll be these mockumentaries on Instagram and Facebook, and they're very short. They're 20 seconds or whatever, reactions to the Bittersweet tragedy, and so forth. So that's one thing that's happening as of tomorrow. The playlist is a part of the bonus material that we've put together to enhance the reading experience. And that's all available on my website, which is hannahmarymckinnon.com. And in this bonus material that you can get your hands on for free, we have the playlist with a Spotify link. We have a reader letter. We have discussion questions. Don't read the questions before you've read the book. Spoilers, don't do that. And there are also lyrics to the 6 songs by the Bittersweet that are mentioned by title in the book. So I penned the lyrics to those as well.
Here is Hannah's website. So be sure to click and follow along, not only on her website, but excuse me, also on Instagram and Facebook, where you can be part of this super fun mockumentary. I mean, it must have taken so much thought and planning to plan that material out and then record everything, but it is so, so fun. Renee is saying, I wonder who it is. LOL.
I think she knows. By the sound of it, she knows.
I love it. Robin, welcome to the conversation, saying, LOL, Blame the Ex tour. I love it.
It's a good song too. Blame Brett is the name of the song by the Beaches. Yeah.
Oh, hey, readers gotta read. So good to see you popping up here, ma'am. She is saying, Hannah, how do the characters deal with their fans, social media, if there's no spoilers?
Funny. It's funny. We were talking about that earlier, weren't we? So in the book, I mentioned there are newspaper articles, and there are also blog posts, and there are attached to those social media comments. So you can read how people are responding to the Bittersweet and to MV when it's the duo of Madison and Vienna initially. And you'll also discover how they feel about the social media comments, and what their reactions are publicly, but also privately, because they're not necessarily the same. So yes, there's definitely a social media angle in the book.
And actually, one of my favorite parts of the book is that after the accident, we have interstitials from Melody, who's covering the drama, covering the case, and reading the comments on her posts are some of my favorite parts of the book, because we all know the comment sections get wild of anybody's post. And Hannah Mary McKinnon took that on, and it's so fun and so funny. And then the bickering within the comments is, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to get to Melody's next post because I want to read the comments. They're so great.
Thank you.
Renee would like to know, Hannah, what is your favorite manner to kill? Ooh, and she's just
Fictionally, of course. I mean,
with her British accent, she likes to get quite violent. Tell us, what's your favorite manner to kill?
my favorite manner to kill. I don't think I have one, because I've done fictionally, of course, all kinds of things to my characters. There's been stabbings, there've been shootings, there've been, well, other things, accidents and whatnot. And I don't think I have a favorite one. It's whatever fits, whatever needs to happen to the character. I can't say I have a favorite manner. Do you have a favorite one?
Ooh, Renee, tell us in the comments.
Oh, you?
Me? Oh my goodness. Oh, Hannah, no one has ever asked me that.
I know, right?
I'm gonna have to think about that. Renee, you've stumped us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to really give that a shot. I think for me, I like a good clean, murder. I don't like the gory ones. I'm kind of a wuss, even though I am here on Mystery and Thriller Mavis. I'm actually secretly a wuss. I don't like the really gory, violent ones.
Yeah, same.
No, I like it clean, neat, a nice tidy killing is what DiVello likes.
Fictional killing,
Fictional, of course.
Let's just make that clear.
Of course. Thank you. Robin sings, hello, Sarah and Hannah. Hi, Robin. So great to have you here. Okay, we have another question from Stephanie Likes Books, and I'm excited to hear about this. Where did I lost it? If Hannah was in a band, what instrument would she play?
I'm glad you asked. So,
yes,
so I am not particularly musically inclined at all. In fact, I was a member of the school band, and they very gently asked me to leave because I couldn't read music properly, and I was always a couple of notes behind because I would copy the person opposite me. So I was terrible.
Oh, Hannah, that's sad.
No, not really. I was quite happy because I knew I was rubbish. So I was quite happy to leave. But so I haven't picked up an instrument since I was probably 10, 11, right? So a long, long time. No, only 15 years. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, whatever. No. So I decided
5 years, Hannah. 5.
As I was so Vienna is the drummer of the band, and she tells the story. So I was researching drummers, and I was watching videos of drummers, in particular female drummers, and I got so fascinated, and I thought it was so cool. I decided I wanted to learn how to play the drums. So I do actually have an electronic drum kit, and I signed up for Drumeo, which is an online drumming school. And I am probably no better than I was on the recorder, but I am starting to learn how to read the music, and I can play along the same beat more or less all the time, but I could play along with a song. And I'm hoping that I'll have more time to dedicate to that because it's really, really fun.
Hannah, I'm shocked.
Why?
You're a drummer.
No, I'm not a drummer. I am attempting to learn. I would never say I'm a drummer.
But you're attempting to learn the drum of it.
Yes.
Okay, my instrument would be the piano. And I did play piano, and I love piano, and I would definitely want to play piano.
Piano is lovely. Yeah.
Renee saying Hannah would not be a singer.
I would not. I cannot sing for love or money. And somebody said the other day, you can sing. Everybody can sing. I said, okay, I can sing very, very badly. So fine, I'll allow it. I can sing, but I would not want to inflict that on anyone. In fact, my 3-year-old Leo would not. He's not 3 now. He's 21. But when he was 3, I think I sang something. I don't know. It was Incy Wincy Spider or something. And he looked up at me and he said, "Oh no, Mummy, please don't sing." And I never sang again. Yeah, out the mouth of babes.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I didn't have kids so they could wound me that way. Oh my God. Robin is laughing with us at just a few years ago.
Yeah.
Oh
Sure.
my gosh. Renee says she can play music. She can read music well. And when she was in elementary school, they played the recorder. She thought it
Yeah,
was boring. I've
it
never played the
was.
recording. Oh, this
Yeah.
is so interesting. Oh my gosh, we have musicians here. Robin's saying, I have a baby grand
Oh,
piano and no one here plays. I will someday. Yes, you must, Robin.
yes. Yeah.
What a gift to have a baby grand right there.
Seriously. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Um, you guys, I want to remind you, the book is coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And here again is the link to pre-order from our favorite woman-owned independent bookstore. So whether you're watching with us tonight on Facebook or YouTube, you can grab your copy of Only One Survives Here. I think we have time for one more question for Miss Hannah Mary McKinnon. Oh, someone wanted to know how you'll be celebrating Pub Day.
Oh my gosh. So tomorrow I have my first TV appearance, book-related TV appearance. I've been on TV before, but for other stuff, not for books. So that's first thing tomorrow morning, very early. Then I have a radio interview at 11. I have first chapter fun at 12:30. Of course, we'll be talking about and reading from Only One Survives. And then we have a launch, an online launch at 7:30. Details on my website, with Hank Philippi Ryan is moderating. Christina McDonald will be there, and Robin Harding, because Robin's book The Haters published 2 weeks ago, and Christina's book What Lies in Darkness publishes tomorrow as well. So we're going to do a triple book launch, and there'll be fun facts and giveaways and all kinds of stuff, so do join.
Oh my gosh, that is so fun. And I am remembering that because I hosted Christina last week because she was going to be on an airplane from London to Canada tonight.
Right.
And couldn't, so she had to do hers a week early. Yep. Now I know she was coming to see you, Hannah Mary.
Yes,
I love
she's going to be in the area. So we're going to meet again in person, which will be lovely.
Renee says she can't wait for her copy of Hannah's new book to arrive. John is joining us from Northeast Ohio. Hi, John. Welcome to the conversation. Sharon says she already pre-ordered it and we can't wait to receive it tomorrow. Robin saying, I've seen the video of the husky who sings while she plays the piano. Oh my God, I love that.
I bet you the husky can sing better than I can, for sure. No, I mean, no contest. The husky wins.
I do love when dogs sing I love that. Oh, Renee wants to know, will your TV appearance be in the US, Hannah?
I don't think so. It's a local TV station, CHCH, but I'll find a clip if I can and post it on the internet if that's allowed.
Yes, I'm sure that it will be. Everybody, we didn't get a chance. We had so much to talk about. We didn't get a chance to talk about Hannah, the incredible praise, Mary Kubica, Heather Gudenkopf, Kaz Freer, Samantha Downing, so many people weighing in with incredible praise. So I am putting all of the praise, which I wanted to talk to, but we didn't get to. So I'm putting them in the comments so that you can read them at your leisure. Time flies when you're having so much fun, and we always have so much fun with Hannah. And I just was reflecting that Hannah was my third guest when I started the series in the spring of 2020, 4 years ago. She was one of my first 3 guests, and every year Hannah has come back. And what a pleasure to be able to welcome you back for the very 5th time, Hannah. So this is so great to have an annual tradition. It used to be every May. And now we shifted to July, and it's just so cool to be able to have you back every year.
It's lovely. And, this came out of COVID too, right? Just like first chapter fun, it was another a COVID baby. So even though it was a horrible, horrible time, some good stuff still happened amid all of the chaos.
Yay. It is. All right, you all, that is a wrap for us here on Mystery Monday. Hannah, happy Pub Day tomorrow. I hope you have a fabulous time with Robin and with Christina McDonald. I just saw Robin at Thriller Fest and Christina at Thriller Fest. So I hope you have a wonderful, fabulous time. 2 Canadians and American via London. And it sounds like you have such a fun packed day, and I will look forward to our 6th appearance next year.
Yes, sounds great. Thank you very, very much.
All right, let's hold our books up. That's a wrap for us, everybody. I hope your week is off to a killer start. May the days and the pages fly by, and I will see you next Mystery Monday. Take care until then.